Hello everyone and welcome back to today's video. So today we are doing a post-flooded apocalyptic build that I actually saw on Instagram, and I thought it was a pretty fun build to do. Basically, as we'll see as we go along, it is a house that has been flooded. We're going to use a swimming pool to represent this because obviously we can't build into water in Solani, so we have to build in a pool and pretend that it is a lovely flooded world. But we've got our original house that's at the bottom, and then we'll be building a stilted house at the top and using reclaimed items and different furnitures and different building materials and all sorts of stuff like that to create our new way of living. So we've got this little thing at the bottom, and we've got gonna add extra bits as we go along into the water and stuff to make it super apocalyptic and and dire, especially as if people are saying that the sea levels are going to rise, then we are definitely gonna maybe experience this thing. I also didn't record building the actual top structure for some reason. I don't know whether it forgot to or whatever but we are going straight in to the furnishing. It is not a super complicated build or anything, and we'll see it later on. There's like a tour and stuff at the end that I did because it was quite a small little build. So most of the stuff inside is going to be grimy, it's going to be random, it's going to be all a mishmash of different like styles and stuff like that to add to the theme. Also, you could probably get away with playing this house off the grid as well, because I have added in items that allow that, but I kind of wanted to have some electricity to start off with because we go in and put some live edit objects into the roof and stuff, the pylons that you can get. So you kind of imagine that they've hook themselves up to the electricity network kind of in a very dodgy way. So you may have electricity one day, you may not the next day. So that is the basis of this house. So first of all, we're going to start in the kitchen area. We've got some of the like really run down appliances and stuff. We've got some jar lights as well, which I kind of imagine they found some old like jars and some old light bulbs. Sort of thought that would be quite a fun feature to have in the kitchen area. Also using mix matching countertops as well, just to add to the reclaimedness, and using a lot of stuff from Island Living that's like the more rundown rustic stuff, lots of Strangerville stuff, lots of cats and dog stuff as well, getting a full use out of all the stuff that looks a little bit run down and tired, because that is a look for this build, definitely. So yesterday I went to the Anthony Gormley exhibition, completely off topic but we might as well while I'm just trying to find different stuff in here, and it was super good, and because I had some time to kill beforehand before I was meeting someone, so I thought I'd go there. It was a little bit expensive. It was more expensive than the one I went to at the Tate, which was expensive anyway but it was at the RA, and it's a well-known person, so it was quite nice to actually see his stuff in actual life instead of just looking at pictures and writing about it so that was quite nice, and had a good autumny day out before travelling. That's why I am doing this one like on a Tuesday instead, because I've got super busy few days coming up, which you can see on my Instagram, some lovely pictures, hopefully, if it's not pissing it down and wet and horrible all weekend, which I hope it's not, but you never know. It's been raining so much these last few weeks, but we definitely needed some rain, but I will be glad when it stops for a little bit. Also got laundry stuff in here as well. We've got the little wash bowl, obviously no washing machines and stuff, and we have a washing line out the front on that balcony that we just saw there. I do extend it a bit because we put a workbench out there as well, so you can make your own furniture if you're you want to use this for like some weird post-apocalyptic let's play, which would be quite funny. And you had to like make your own furniture and stuff, so that would be quite fun. And in our living room we have one of the laundry like big cabinet things, because that looks like you kind of made it yourself or found it. We've got an old TV and a radio as well, and some mixed match furniture, some of the like city living stuff, cats and dog stuff. And I felt quite nice to have the coffee table that was the big like planks of wood, so you can kind of really imagine just finding bits of wood and like bolting it together with some metal to make their coffee table. But lots of plants and stuff in this build as well, on the inside and on the outside, just to make it look as though nature is definitely reclaiming everything. Also got some like posters that suggest that it's like somewhat radiated outside, or there's some like quiet place vibes going on as well with the shush poster. You have no idea what could be outside lurking in the darkness, especially as Halloween is coming. Also I put in a old 80s computer as well in here, just in case you kind of need a computer for some of the stuff in The Sims, so it's quite needed to add that. I've also got a few skill building stuff about the place, so there is the guitar and a easel as well, so the Sims don't get too bored if you're playing like proper off the grid. Also have some of the fishing baskets as well, so you can catch your own food and cook it as well, which would be super fun, like proper rags to apocalypse playing. And in the little nook here we have our dining area. Do actually add a a picnic bench that's the same as the table that we've got in there, just so there's an extra eating space, especially as there's not any like eating spaces like on the balconies or anything, because I imagine it wasn't probably safe to put any eating stuff on the outside. And we got loads of tattered blinds and curtains and stuff about the place, just so they found like scraps of material and hung them on the windows, and the windows have like shutters and sliders on, so you can kind of really lock the place down if there's like bad people about trying to steal your stuff. In the bathroom we've obviously got the Strangerville bath, because that is the best bath to use for some apocalyptic stuff. Also got one that's from the hidden objects thing, that's the handmade toilet, and some rusticy stuff. We've got a big puddle on the floor as well, as though the bath is leaking a bit, so it all adds the aesthetic. We've also got some upstairs, we have 3 bedrooms, and we've got some corrugated iron up here as well, just to add to that grimness of this build. And we've got more of the like just racks of clothes and some of the beaten up like objects as well, some really shoddily handmade side tables and all sorts of fun stuff. So in the main bedroom is kind of like the people who are like planning to do scouts and stuff, so I actually put some of the map, like I think it's the criminal map and like walkie-talkie and binocular thing on the floor by the window, so you can imagine them sitting and pulling the curtain back and be like, where we're gonna steal from or plan to go and get our next like food rations from and stuff like that. So it was trying to properly tell a little story in this build. Obviously we have to have the like fallout supply like rack from Strangerville in this build, just because it fits so well. And on the desk we have a little like journal as well, so you can if someone ever finds it, they can relive the experience of being in the post-apocalypse. We've got lots of files and stuff about as well, with like documents, and I've put some of like the surgery, like cats and dogs surgery stuff about as like medical stuff that they have to like fix themselves, sew themselves up and stuff like that when they've been injured. I also have a kids room, which is quite small and depressing. It's got a few like handmade toys about, a bit of lump of clay as well. I also threw in some of the school projects as well, some of the like the more crappily made ones, so it looks like they've made their own toys and stuff just out of bits and pieces that they've found, which I thought was quite fun. Obviously drawn on the walls as well to make them really less depressing than they are. start. And we changed the bed as well because that bed looks way too new to one of the ones with the metal like bars on it, so it looks a little bit more depressing. Also throw up some of the posters that are like pretty random, like we've got cat rescue posters and sort of stuff they probably found along the way and sort of ripped off a wall or something like that, just to cover up some of the like holes and stuff in the walls. A little bit depressing and wonderful in this build. Also, you could probably extend this build further up if you wanted to. If you wanted to expand it and add some more people in, you could definitely build another few layers on top of this and make it even more higgledy-piggledy and all sorts of fun stuff like that. This is our second bedroom, our third bedroom, our like neutral bedroom, and at first I wanted to add like a double bed that wasn't a double bed, but it didn't really fit because it's got a narrow little room. And we also put the spy thing from Strangerville in here as well. It's kind of a communication center, so if they're using like a different network or something, then they're like communicate with some other people about in case there's like raiders or something like that coming. And so we have that in here, and we're using lots of the laundry day light bulb hanging light bulbs about the place just to add to the aesthetic. So I put a toolkit on the thing because obviously you need some things to fix. We have a sign outside as well that says like keep out. And we start to put together a lot of the like debris that's going to be in the water, so I take a lot of the stuff from Get Famous and all like the post-apocalyptic stuff that was in there, and a lot of stuff from Strangerville as well, so like tires and broken cars, and we got the ship outside already in the water, so try to make it look as though it's set in a definite like location, and you can kind of get vibes from the surrounding area, which we'll see later on. There's like a little jetty and stuff that I put out there, and some like really tall, like I can't remember what type of tree they are, but they're all like swampy, like mangrovey trees and stuff growing out of the water. And we've got lots of like graffiti and stuff up as well. And then we've got a nice big bathroom upstairs, which obviously has the same stuff in it as downstairs, just to keep with the consistency. And it was just needed an extra little bathroom in case someone was using the one downstairs, but obviously there's a little bit more space in here. And add some things to grow some stuff as well, because that's probably pretty important, so you can live off the land, well not the land but like your plants, because there is no land left, so you can definitely grow your own stuff. Extend that out a bit so we can add our washing line. The roofing is the main structure is out of some thatch, and then as you kind of imagined that the side bits in blue were built a lot later, so they have like a corrugated iron roof on top, and we've got some corrugated iron on the second level because you kind of imagine that they built one structure at the bottom and then they work their way up and out, so everything has a little bit of difference to them, different colours and different windows and stuff like that, depending on what time and stuff it was built in. And we definitely had to add a lot of like foliage along the walls and stuff as nature's reclaiming itself back, adding some shelter against the windows. And we have the sign for Granite Falls as well at the top. It's kind of like an ironic, like, look at this wonderful nature and now it's like all flooded and destroyed. So definitely a lovely metaphor for climate change, adding a few bits of detail and stuff on the outside with the big wooden like posts. You can imagine that they're holding up the entire structure. It's where we start getting out some like broken buildings and stuff that I've used before for like the World War buildings and stuff that I've done, but I kind of put those along the side to make it look as though there are more flooded houses that have been there like even longer. And you could probably actually go further down into the like sunken house and do some like fun stuff in there. Obviously throwing more tires, more broken cars. We've even got plane parts and the broken like boat from Solani as well down there. So it's all like fun stuff, and obviously foliaging it up as well. We've got the dock. So this is our little walk where you can see like traffic lights that are in there as well. The street. We've got a little rowing boat so we can go out and go to other structures and some voyages as well. Hanging plants. So we can grow our own stuff as well. So there's a lot of living room. We have a candelabra as well in case you are playing off the grid. You see inside the build, but the light comes through quite nicely in the daytime. It's just nighttime where it could probably be a little bit dark. So I've got the downstairs bathroom, very grim and post-apocalyptic. Got a handmade bookcase and some cardboard on the floor. Kitchen area and some storage and stuff. But there was a workbench, dining table in the corner, and a sea lantern as well. Imagining the forest had stolen from somewhere else. Hallway with a storage stuff. Third bedroom, with this spying thing, and thing as well. Even though everything else is like normal. And then we have our master bedroom. We also have different doors up here just to kind of say that they stole doors from other builds to add into their own house. Kids' bedroom. Nice and grim. There's not too much going on in here. It's not a very big room, of course. I'll put some screenshots as well, so you can see outside a little bit there. Downstairs and stuff, and this is on the gallery as well, hopefully, before I go. So I hope you enjoyed this build. If you did, feel free to give it a like, and if you'd like to see any more builds, then feel free to subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye!